Welcome back. The show is called Brand Equity and I'm Sonali Krishna. Now the IPL may be done with, but the one thing it's done year on year without fail is put unknown names in the spotlight. This year the likes of Paul Valthati, Rahul Sharma and Iqbal Abdullah have become household names. But what prospects do they have post the IPL? Tara Kapoor finds out.
With all the ups and downs with IPL this year, at least one thing has remained consistent.
Straight down third man's throat.
And that's the arrival of new stars. Since the tournament's inception in 2008, one thing IPL has managed to do year on year is produce some top-notch talent out of nowhere. And for these unknown players, this league of cricketainment has been an absolute blessing.
When he got out.
And as for the names that stood out this season,
obviously leading the group is Paul Valthati.
Top two names have to be Valthati from Kings 11 Punjab and Rahul Sharma from Pune Warriors.
I would say people like Rahul Sharma, he stands out.
The third person would be Iqbal Abdullah.
You have a spark of a cricketer called Paul Valthati. If you look at Iqbal Abdullah, that's another name that comes to mind, you know.
It's a consensus that Valthati, Rahul Sharma and Iqbal Abdullah are on the top of all the charts and are the new arrivals this season.
Yeah, then a lovely shot inside.
Now that these players have reached some sort of celebrity status, what's the plan post-IPL? What can these emerging stars do to ensure that they don't fizzle out and fade away?
I think even for players like Valthati and Rahul Sharma, who are the new stars of this year IPL, because they have been present on the screen for the longest time and being talked about, analysed about, so they have a recall value. And I am sure the advertisers who can't pay mega bucks to Sachin and Dhoni and company, the current Indian team, Suresh Raina and the other players, would like to actually see if they can leverage their popularity into some eyeballs, and these players, even for lesser money, could be good spend.
And while the bigger brands will still go to the likes of the Sachins and Dhonis of the world, doling out huge sums of money, these young lads can still hope to cash in. If marketed right, these players can leverage the visibility they have received from the IPL platform.
Let's take an example of Srishant. Srishant was more visible when he was thrown out of the team. You know, he did a dance reality show, he was out there performing, cutting albums, singing songs, you know, and he's there. So Srishant has kept his brand alive, irrespective whether he's played for the country or not. I think that's a case and example on how you can keep your brand alive.
And if all else fails, with the growing number of regional brands and smaller target markets, it might be a smart idea for these IPL heroes to target regional markets instead of attempting to become national superstars. After all, there are only 11 seats on the Indian national side.
There may be a couple of regional opportunities for Valthati, who's a Bombay-based guy. You may look, you know, he may get a couple of appearances for Bombay-based brand, right, if they're looking at some sort of BTL activation. For an Iqbal Abdullah, again, because he plays for KKR, you know, he could get a couple of appearances.
Now there are a lot of regional brands that advertise only for specific regions. In those regions, these guys have a huge market. So Balaji down south could be a superstar, but for localized brands. So I think IPL does throw an opportunity up for localized brands to find localized celebrities, which IPL has created many. But post-IPL, you need smart marketeers, smart agents who take these celebrities who have done well in the IPL from south, north, you know, different cities, and then create celebrities out of them in the regional pockets.
Whether these IPL stars are actually the players of the future or not is anyone's guess. And looking at the past successes out of IPL, it seems difficult for them to make a mark on the national team. But with the right marketing strategy, it is possible for them to make the most of their popularity and convert the change in their pockets into